My name is Ronnie Michael, certified public accountant, and this is the Personal Finance Playbook. Improve your finances, improve your life. The title of today's episode is The AI Revolution: Maintain Optionality in the Face of Uncertainty. It feels like we're living through one of those moments in history where the ground is shifting beneath our feet. We all know the technological innovations that have started revolutions: fire, the wheel, farming, gunpowder, the printing press, the steam engine, electricity, the microchip, the internet, and now artificial intelligence. A recent viral post on Twitter slash X by Matt Schumer titled "Something Big is Happening" captures this feeling perfectly. It lays out a case that we are on the cusp of a technological revolution driven by AI that could effectively replace cognitive work and fundamentally reshape our economy and society in ways that we can barely comprehend. ChatGPT became the fastest service ever to get to 1 million users, and now AI related companies like Nvidia dominate the stock market. Google is issuing a 100-year bond to raise capital. Image generation and video generation capabilities of the latest AI models seem out of this world, and just about everyone now has the experience of being fooled by AI generated media. Is there any point anymore to learning things on our own when we can query AI models in plain English to answer our questions and do our work? Or are we just buying hype from Silicon Valley executives? They certainly have a huge incentive to hype the benefits of AI so that they can get more funding and higher stock valuations. Everyone has experience Everyone has the experience of being fooled by AI generated media, but everyone also has the experience of laughing at AI mishaps. Things like too many fingers on AI generated images of people, or a popular one I've seen recently, asking ChatGPT, "My car needs to get washed and the nearest car wash is 300 meters away. Should I walk or drive?" And ChatGPT recommends walking. If you're of a certain age, you probably remember the massive dot-com bubble and the internet hype around the year 2000. Back then, there were companies building video streaming services and food delivery services and other services that were way ahead of their time. The ideas were great, but it just wasn't feasible to execute on them at that time. It seems like we're now seeing a similar level of hype with AI, but the rate of change seems faster. What used to take years may now only take months. Is the AI hype real? Are we on the cusp of some great disruption to everyday life that we've perhaps never seen before? I've got to admit, I'm not quite sure. I don't know how real or imminent this revolution truly is. It seems like so much of AI is hype, but with technology, my viewpoint is generally it's a matter of if, not when. In October of 1903, the New York Times published an editorial predicting that it would take 1 to 10 million years for humanity to invent a functioning airplane. Seriously, go and look it up. Just a few months later, in December of 1903, the Wright brothers achieved the first heavier than air flight in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. And 66 years later, in 1969, man landed on the moon. I'm not sure if we're on the verge of civilizational disruption with AI, but I can tell you that we've already seen massive disruption over the past 15 years or so, and people have generally been slow to catch on. Look no further than the job market for computer science graduates. When I graduated from college in the early 2010s, computer science might have been the best and highest return on investment major out there. You didn't need schooling after 4 years, and you could get a great paying job right out of school, perhaps even earning six figures if you could land a job at one of the best companies. Computer programming was seen as a challenging and valuable skill with a lot of prestige. Fast forward to today, and computer science graduates are facing a very tough job market. There was a boom for software engineers from 2020 to 2022, which saw the explosion of remote work during the pandemic. But since then, it has been a disaster. According to data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, The unemployment rate for recent computer science graduates is 6.1%. Amazingly, this is higher than the unemployment rate for college graduates in general, which is 4.8%. We are way beyond the days of college being a golden ticket to a stable and high paying job. According to the Kobesi letter, which gathered data from the US Census Bureau and the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the underemployment rate for recent college graduates is 43%. Underemployment in this context is defined as working a job that does not require a college degree. What's even more concerning is that even 10 years after graduation, 45% of college graduates remain underemployed. So nearly half of people who graduate from college are ending up in jobs that don't actually require a college degree. How do you prepare for a future that is so fundamentally uncertain thanks to AI and other trends? My advice is to maintain optionality. Here's three ways that you can do that. One, and this is the big one, really think twice about going into enormous amounts of debt for anything, and especially for college. We've discussed the student loan crisis on this channel before. Taking on $100,000 or $200,000 of debt for a 4-year college degree is a massive bet on a single future career path. If AI automates a significant portion of that career, you're not just out of a job, you're saddled with a debt load that could cripple you financially for decades. That debt severely limits your ability to pivot. It forces you to take any job you can find just to service the loans, rather than having the freedom to retrain or explore a new field. Two, don't spend 4 years or more studying something that could be easily taken over by AI. I'm not saying don't go to college, but if you do, be ruthlessly pragmatic about your major. Ask yourself, could AI perform the core tasks of this job? If the answer is yes, or even maybe, you might want to reconsider. Focus on skills that are harder to automate. Things that require strategic thinking, complex physical dexterity, deep interpersonal empathy, and relationship building, or novel creative problem solving in unpredictable environments. And three, it's probably not a bad idea to monitor developments in AI and start working with the tools in your spare time. Get comfortable with the AI tools that are emerging in your field. Spend a few hours every week learning how to use ChatGPT, Midjourney, or whatever the next big thing happens to be. You don't need to know how AI works under the hood, but you should be able to leverage it in the right situations. It sounds a bit cliche, but the core idea here is to build a life and career that is resilient, not brittle. Maintaining optionality means you're not overinvested in any single outcome. It means you have savings, so you're not forced into a bad decision by a sudden job loss. It means you have a network so you can learn about new opportunities. It means you have a curious and adaptable mindset so that you're willing to learn new skills. In times of uncertainty, maintain optionality. What do you think? Does this apply to your life? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.